Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and this is my review to my blind commentary, blind reaction to She-Ra Season 3, Episodes 1 to 3. Maybe my favorite set of the entire series to date, because while Episode 2 was a very good episode, Episode 1 was one of my favorite episodes of the series, and Episode 3 honestly might have been my favorite episode of the series, because holy everything. This set was incredible. Obviously, my links are down below in the description to the reaction on Breach and Mega, whatever you prefer, you got it. But right now we're talking about the first 3 episodes of She-Ra Season 3. The first episode was awesome. I mean, obviously playing directly off of what happened in Season 2, Episode 7 with Shadow Weaver. She came to Adora and she was taken prisoner by the Bright Moon people, by the Queen, and her sister and all of them were there, and they basically tried to interrogate her, and Shadow Weaver was basically like, you know, I'll tell you guys some vital information about the Horde, but I'll only tell it to Adora. And then they were like, no way you can see Adora. Adora sneaks in anyways, and Adora and Shadow Weaver have an interesting conversation. Shadow Weaver was dying and Adora heals her because Shadow Weaver actually did a really good job of helping Adora finally learn how to heal people with their power, which was really a cool scene on a lot of fronts. And then Shadow Weaver was honest with them and was like, the Horde dumped me, and honestly, I kind of just want to get back at them, and that's why she wants to help out the rebellion. So pretty valid reason. I like how it really was honest, and she told Adora that she's an alien, or not from this world, and we go on to learn that she was the first one, which makes perfect sense, of course. And she decides she needs to go on this journey to the Crimson Waste to figure this shit out, and it's pretty saucy. I really enjoy it. This episode was really good. On a lot of fronts, like all the Shadow Weaver stuff was great, and we also had the Catra stuff, where Catra is being kicked out of essentially is being sent to Beast Island, just like Shadow Weaver was supposed to be, and Entrapta was able to actually talk Hordak out of it, and instead she's sent on this mission to the Crimson Waste to get the first one's tech to finish the portal, which ironically, in the end, they learn is literally the sword. The sword is literally kind of like what's needed, if I'm, it seems like. So that's pretty potato, but the sword in the essence is like a portal key, essentially, which is pretty cool. And I really enjoyed that. That was really spicy, and I really like how they played this. And that goes into, obviously Episode 3 and stuff, but it's really cool. Obviously Episode 2, the heroes go to the other thing was that Entrapta and Hordak bonded. I think this was Episode 1. This might have actually been Episode 2, but I think it was Episode 1. But Hordak and Entrapta have bonded. Entrapta, it seems like Hordak's at the point where he legitimately likes her now, and Entrapta, helped him become more like able and powerful and stuff physically, and just really cool stuff. Like, it was just really, really nice to see everything that Entrapta was able to do, and it was pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. So I really liked it. And we learned about Hordak and how he's a clone of Horde Prime, the emperor of like the universe, essentially. That's pretty sick. And I'm curious if we're actually going to see Horde Prime in the show. We probably are, because I honestly think this season is going to end with the portal being open. So we're probably going to eventually, that might be like the final fight, Horde Prime versus She-Ra. But yet I'm also kind of thinking that Catra low-key is like the final villain. Just like they're building her so well as a villain, and she keeps having these like moments, right? And her crossroads of destiny type moments, and she keeps falling that way. So I keep thinking more and more that maybe they won't actually redeem her, which is really cool, because it means they're either going to redeem her close-ish to the end of the series, like in the second half, which is what they should do, or not at all, which is the other option that they could do. That would be cool. But like, I remember there was a point where it was like one of my main concerns and like the big mistake they could make with this show, the way it was going, was redeeming Catra too soon. And they're not doing that. And I feel like, you know, I mean, we can get to a point next season where they could do it. I don't think it would happen this season, with the way this season's going, but maybe. But I feel like they've gone far enough and they've developed it well enough to where when they get to that point, I feel like it'd be okay. And they also could just not do it at all, which would also be okay. So I really am happy about that and where the show's gone in that direction. I really like these episodes. Episode 2, we obviously went to the Crimson Waste, and we met some people, because there are people actually in the Crimson Waste, and we met, you know, there's gangs out there, and Huntara, who's the quote-unquote princess of the Crimson Waste, as we learned was actually an ex-Horde soldier, real badass chick, and yeah, we meet her, and she kind of turns on us, but we fight her, and she eventually decides to join She-Ra and the cause, and is going to fight for the rebellion as well. Really cool stuff. And then episode 3, we get they make it to the, I mean, at the end of episode 2, She-Ra or Dora and company made it to the what we learned was Mara's ship. And then we jump into episode 3. More so focused on Catra, and we get to see Catra's side of her journey through the Crimson Waste. Basically, she just easy mode bosses through everyone and basically makes everyone work for her now, which is the most Catra thing ever. Catra and Scorpia bond even more, and then they catch the potatoes. Huntara is able to be a G and actually save Bo and Glimmer, but Adora is still captured, and so Catra has Adora and the sword. And then you get this great moment near the end where Adora and Catra are talking, and Adora tells Catra that Shadow Weaver is in Bright Moon, and she just lost it, and she was just like, fuck this. And then it was just, she was completely just like, I'm gonna make those I'm just gonna make them freaking pay. And it was absolutely glorious, and it was maybe the best episode of the series. I mean, honestly, might have been. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I loved episode 3. I loved episode 1 too, and episode 2 was really solid, really good episode. So, I mean, all in all, this might have been my favorite set of the series. It was certainly one of my favorite reactions to She-Ra I've done, without a doubt. I mean, this was an absolutely great trio of episodes, and I really enjoyed all 3 of them thoroughly. And episode 1 was phenomenal, and episode 3 was out of this world. So, almost literally, because we might be going out of this world pretty soon. It's weird because it's right, because we're getting close to this point where the plot's going to get expanded infinitely. And it's weird, and it's weird for me to compare it to this show because it's like it's not on the level of this show at all. But it's still a really fun show, She-Ra. But it does, in some ways, is reminding me kind of Attack on Titan in a weird way. I guess the difference is that we kind of, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you've seen She-Ra and you've seen the AOT, you know what I'm talking about. Or, I mean, if you've seen AOT, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen AOT, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But one day. Because that's a show that I honestly believe that most people, pretty much everyone should watch, honestly. It's that crazy. But what a great set of episodes. Really enjoyed that. And I'm really excited, like I said, for the season 3 finale. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to what they do with Catra. I mean, she's the best character. I'm also looking forward to what they do with Entrapta. She's the second best character. But even beyond that, Adora's arc is really interesting, and I think we're going to learn Mara's backstory in the next couple episodes. I hope we do. I hope we don't have to wait till season 4 for that. I really don't think we will. She's too, like, relevant right now for it not to be coming in the coming episodes as part of this batch of She-Ra episodes. So I definitely expect either episode 4 or 5. I guess possibly 6, but in all likelihood, episode 4 or episode 5 to be the Mara backstory, and that'll give us a lot more clarity on a lot of things, because obviously Mara's backstory will come with a lot of answers to questions that we've had for a long time, and we're starting to get the pieces are starting to fall into place. We're learning a lot. We learned a lot in this set as well about various things that have been kind of building for a while in the series, so it's all coming together now. You know, the story's all coming together, the grand plot of the show is all coming together, and I'm really excited to see it, because in the end, that's what the first half of the series feels like it was about. It was, you know, character development and really kind of building the lore of this world and building up to a grand moment, which I expect to be the end of season 3. And then the second half of the show is just going to be insanity. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking is what's going on here. So, if I'm right, next reaction is going to be insane. And probably most of the ones after that. But whatever the case may be, I really enjoyed this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed my reaction. And this is a little bit less of a as my friend Kickass would say, and I think I used to say this phrase, but a half-assed review. This is more of a semi-real review, even though obviously if I was doing real reviews, you would have footage and it would be edited better and all that stuff. But this is just a picture and my words, which is more than good enough for a redirect review thing. So anyways, I'll sign off here. Hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Obviously down below in the description if for some reason you didn't catch it the first time or don't just know already. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been. I've reacted to the first 2 seasons of She-Ra already, so you can check that out. Yeah, anyways, Flaming Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. And I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.